Yo, welcome everyone to today's cryptocurrency price prediction and technical analysis live stream. Bitcoin and pretty much the entire cryptocurrency market is right now literally collapsing. Bitcoin has just hit 66,000 US dollars, and it really does look like that potentially our golden Fibonacci ratio, our major price target, is getting a break towards the downside. That does mean I'm not looking to fire potentially a brand new long trade very soon, but the reality right now is literally when we pay attention, for example on CoinMarketCap right here, everything is red. Bitcoin getting a push towards the downside in the past 7 days of approximately 22%, Ethereum dropping by 31%, XRP for example another 31%, and also Solana right here 30% towards the downside. The entire crypto market is right now red, and yes, we are continuing even lower, it seems like it, right here, right now on Bitcoin. On Ethereum, actually not that much, but also right here on XRP, it does look like we have been dumping quite significantly for the past few days right here. So the question right now, I believe you have, where is going to be the bottom? Can we be expecting that Bitcoin is going to get a bounce approximately from the area where we are? And also, how big of a bounce could we potentially get in the upcoming days? So those right here are the questions I'm going to try and answer to you. But the reality right now also is, it does look like so far we are not getting any major sign of strength. So let me right now try and share with you exactly, first of all, at what area we are trading at the moment, and also how is the Bearish Elliot Wave count right now looking like. Then of course we need to do the RSI technical analysis, Achler stochastic CG oscillator analysis, and also we are going to talk about some very interesting exponential moving averages. Later on the live stream, I also want to talk about Ethereum. We need to go through XRP, and also I want to update you on my trading bots right here on Bitcoin, Solana trading bot that I deployed literally today, also XRP bot, and also right here Ethereum bot. We are going to talk about a lot of different things today, so definitely welcome everyone to the live stream. And yeah, right now let's go straight into the content here, because we really want to identify at what area is Bitcoin trading at the moment. Of course, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, you probably know that we have been waiting for our major golden Fibonacci ratio right here for a very long time. The 70,000 to approximately 68,000 US dollars was our massive price target, aligning with so many levels. So right now I'm going to try and put all of the levels right here on the chart, and you're definitely going to see that the level where we are is really a level not to joke around with. Let's go with the anchored VWAP. Let's anchor it exactly at the low right here. Currently, it does look like that potentially Bitcoin is even breaking the anchored VWAP straight towards downside. Not only that, we go with our Fibonacci retracement from the swing low back towards the swing high. Golden Fibonacci ratio, at least as of right now, it is definitely getting a break towards downside. Not only that, what we were talking about in today's video, I made only a few hours ago. We measured the entire upper price action with volume, and we were paying attention only to the biggest volume cluster, to the point of control of the entire upper price action. This is right here also where Bitcoin is approximately trading at this specific time. Not only that, we go with our exponential moving averages, we apply our 200 EMA on the chart. It really does look like it is being hit almost exactly right now as we speak. So if you're going to ask me, for example, in the chat, bro, do you think that Bitcoin is right now breaking our major level towards downside? I would actually say so far it's not really confirmed. We are definitely trading, at least if you pay attention to where we are, at least right now. Yes, we are trading slightly below it, but I wouldn't really say that the level is getting a break just yet straight towards downside. The weekly candle is going to close in approximately 3 days. So the if we are going to be closing the weekly candle below this specific level, definitely it is not going to look as nice anymore. Also, the daily level ideally is not going to close below our golden Fibonacci ratio. But of course, for that, we still right now need to be slightly more patient to see if Bitcoin is potentially going to get some kind of a reaction at the area where we are as of right now. Why I am right now still allowing some kind of a deviation to be formed from this specific level. Now, in the past, when we go with our anchored VWAP, you're going to see we definitely got a wick towards the downside on the weekly time frame, and only after that, an immediate reaction back towards the upside. So the weekly candle did not close below our anchored VWAP. It actually happened right here in August 2023, and also right here in March 2023. We got a push down, but then immediately the candle was not closed below the anchored VWAP because we got another push towards the upside. So I would still say right now, sure, we are definitely trading below the level. However, for us to actually be right here much more bearish, we need to then close our weekly candle below our support area. So fortunately for us, we still do have some time for Bitcoin to close the candles below our support level right here. But also, of course, once again, ideally, we do get a bounce as soon as possible, at least for us to also not close the daily candle below this major area of support. Now, what you're going to actually see that happened in the past, and something that I do think a lot of people maybe even were not paying attention to the cryptocurrencies when we were trading at approximately $60,000 area right here in 2021. You can see that we also got a deviation from our golden pocket before getting another major push down. I'm talking about this specific bounce right here, because what you can right to see, Fibonacci retracement from the high back towards the low, you can definitely see golden Fibonacci ratio was very, very lightly, let's just say, broken towards the upside, but then we definitely got a bigger reversal literally straight towards $30,000. So yes, some kind of a deviation from our golden Fibonacci ratio, at least on the daily time frame, I would say it is still allowed. However, ideally, we do get a reaction from this level literally as soon as possible. In my opinion, I wouldn't really call this one the level is breaking. However, if we are once again going to start going much lower right here, start closing the weekly and also the daily candle below this major area of support, of course, in this scenario, we are going to say the support level is getting a breakdown. Major red flag, let's look for lower. Fortunately for me, I am still holding beautiful short trades. I am right now still holding approximately 15% of my short trade on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on XRP, and also on Solana. So for me, I'm actually in quite a good position right here because, yeah, if we are going to continue lower right here, I do remain in my short trades. But also additionally, I did fire my first long position on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on XRP, and also on Solana. So I'm also right now in 4 brand new long trades. The reality is I did not fully, or should I say, I have not fully scaled into those long trades. So if we are going to get some kind of a reaction at this specific area, I am definitely going to be then scaling much more into my long trades. And also something that you should really, in my opinion, remember. Once we are pushing down, this right here, in my opinion, is definitely not a good level for you to be looking for any kind of a sell trade. You should be, because right now we are pushing lower. The main strategy is usually buy low and sell high. Right now we are pushing lower. So if you're buying right here, you are trying to buy low. In a case we are going to get a bounce, you are going to then try and sell high. And that is also something I wrote in my free VIP Discord server earlier today. Right here I said, by the way, for anyone feeling scared, try to make sure you trade with no emotions. Actually, I can try and make this one slightly bigger. Let's see if we can do that. Right here. If you made a plan, stick to it, apply proper risk management, and let the market decide if your next trade is a winner or a loser. We made a plan right now that, yes, ideally, we are looking for a bounce at our golden Fibonacci ratio. So the only thing we right now know, we are not looking for sells. We are only looking for a potential take profit at our key level right here. And also, we could be looking to fire another long trade, potentially already right now. But the thing is, I would do like this. Potentially, yes, you can go with some kind of a long position already right now, but not fully. Just in case we are going to continue lower. But then simply, once we get some kind of a reaction towards the upside potentially, scale into this long trade, because at least then you know you're buying low after a massive crash right here, you're buying at a beautiful key level, and also right here you're buying after we have gotten some kind of a bullish reaction. If I would be right on you, definitely I would be waiting just a little bit for us to see if we are once again able to reclaim our major golden Fibonacci ratio, the anchored VWAP, the point of control, and of course also our 200 weekly moving average right here. Additionally, where we are right now, Bitcoin also does have two very nice daily high-term time frame areas of support. So there is no doubt we are at a beautiful area of support. The only question right now is this specific level right now going to actually get respected? It's not up to me for the level to be respected right here. It is of course up to the market to decide if we are going to actually get a bounce right here and potentially continue maybe even towards 100,000 US dollars once again. The most important thing is we made a plan. The only thing right now we need to do is to follow the plan. And of course, a lot of people right here where we are, trust me, they are being scared. Not only scared, they are right now probably also getting liquidated and completely wrecked. Pay attention right now to the past 24-hour liquidations, bro. This number, if we are going to continue lower, is probably going to get even bigger. But so far, we have gotten 1.28 billion US dollars completely wrecked and completely liquidated in the past 24 hours. And where we are getting the most liquidations right now, look right now at the liquidation spike. Let me actually refresh the page a little bit here for us to get the most... the latest data right here, but you're going to notice Bitcoin continues lower and the liquidations are literally kicking in once we are pushing lower and lower and lower. So right now in terms of liquidations, I would say ideally we are looking for a reversal sooner rather than later, because usually when most people get wrecked, when most people get liquidated, we could be expecting some kind of a reversal very soon. I am not saying the reversal must happen. I am saying right here is that ideally we made of course right on the plan that this specific level is going to hold. It is up to the market to decide if the level is actually going to hold. But of course, the most important thing is also we need to know, for us to make money in the market, we don't need to know in which direction we move next. The only thing we need to know are the levels where we are prepared to buy and also where we are prepared to sell. Is this right here a good level for us to be looking for a buy? In my opinion, the answer is definitely going to be yes. In terms of the long trades, ideally, as we said before, we wait for some kind of a reaction back towards the upside and only then fire quite a high probability long or a buy trade. Why we are right now talking about brand new buy trades right here? Is going to be, one reason is going to be because of the crypto fear and greed index. We are going to talk about this one in a moment. The other thing is going to be Ahler stochastic. The third one, relative strength index, and also the fourth one is going to be our bearish Elliot Wave count. We have been paying attention to right now for a very long time. So what we are right now going to do, you probably know that we have been looking at this bearish Elliot Wave count for a very long time. Right now, I want to share with you all of the Fibonacci extension and also expansion price targets of this count. So what we are right now going to do, we need to go again with our Elliot impulsive wave, where we identify that this right here was the first impulse, we got a correction. Another impulse, another correction, and right now Bitcoin potentially could be finishing our fifth Elliot wave, the last push down of the entire 5-wave price structure. And there are many ways, three ways actually to measure the target of our fifth Elliot wave. The first one is going to be that our fifth Elliot wave is the same size as our first impulsive Elliot wave. So clearly you're right now going to see that the target right here, the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, has already been broken quite significantly. Even if we go without the log scale, it does look like the level is clearly getting a break towards downside. The second measurement we can do is to go once again with the Fibonacci extension tool right here. We go from the exact all-time high to the exact low right here. We are measuring a combination of the first one and the third one, putting the third pivot exactly at our start of the fifth Elliot wave. And here we need to go with the 0.618 Fibonacci extension level. Here, clearly the level is also getting a breakdown, but of course, if we go right now without the log scale, it does look like we are trading approximately at this specific area. Of course, currently right now we are slightly below it, but ideally we are going to get only a deviation right here and then also a reaction back towards the upside. So the main targets of our fifth Elliott Wave, all of them have already been broken towards the downside. So all of them have right now been reached. That is why ideally we are looking for some kind of a bottom of Bitcoin to be reached literally sooner rather than later. So we right now have this bearish Elliott Wave count potentially coming towards an end at the area where we are as right now. Another reason why the fifth Elliott Wave could be coming towards an end is, of course, when we go right now with the RSI indicator on the daily, weekly, and also on the 3-day time frame. We don't even have to care about our bearish Elliott Wave count right here. I'm just going to right now apply the RSI indicator here, and you are going to be the judge if this indicator has been respected in the past. So first of all, let's go actually on the highest term time frame, which is going to be the weekly one. I'm also going to go on a different chart on Coinbase, or actually we can even go on Bitstamp, so we do have slightly more data. And let's remove some of our drawings right here. And we are going to see that the RSI indicator is going clearly in the oversold area. Last few times we were in the oversold, once right here, back in June 2022, we hit the oversold area. If you bought when we reached the oversold area, you bought not the exact bottom, but definitely very, very close. Also right here, back in December 2018, oversold area, you literally bought the exact bottom. Right here, 2014, you also bought literally the exact bottom. I'm not right now saying that Bitcoin cannot go lower. However, looking at the historical data on the RSI indicator, usually if you buy once we are in the oversold area, it is usually, of course, a beautiful buying opportunity. Not only on the weekly, let's go right now also on the 3-day time frame. I'm going to mark the level where we are as right now, which is going to be literally 22 level approximately. And you can right now see the last time we hit this specific level. It was back in 2018. We hit this specific area, you literally bought almost the exact bottom. Also right here, we hit the level, you definitely did not buy the exact bottom at least, but of course at least we got some kind of a rotation back towards the upside. So also right here, it does look like once you're buying, once the RSI indicator is in the oversold on the 3-day time frame, it could be also a beautiful buying opportunity. Also right now, let's go on the daily time frame. I'm once again going to mark out the level where we are right now, approximately at 17. And you can see the last time we were trading approximately at this specific level, back in 2023. Oversold, approximately 70 level. We got a major rotation back towards the upside. Also, it happened right here, back in 2020, in March, major push down, oversold area, pump it back towards the upside. Also right here, you bought almost once again the exact bottom, approximately at 3,500. We hit the area of 17 on the RSI, major push up afterwards. So I'm really right now trying to look at the data right here as objectively as possible. I'm not right now saying to you, we must pump towards the upside. All I'm right now saying to you is that where we are right now, it could be quite a good opportunity for us to be looking for another buy position. Now, later, I'm going to share with you exactly one thing that you can be paying attention to as a sign of strength, exactly where we are as right now. But of course, more about the entry triggers for the long trades slightly later. Again, I do remain in my short trades in a case Bitcoin is going to be going even lower towards upside. But also, earlier today, I was deploying brand new trading bots. More about the trading bots, of course, we are going to talk about them slightly later. Some of them are outside of the range. For example, the XRP and also the Ethereum trading bot right here. They are not in the range anymore. However, some people are usually scared to buy the dip. What the bots allows us to do is to actually buy the dip, not getting scared once we are pushing towards downside. So this is something that, yeah, some people, or I would say, or I would maybe even say most people don't really feel confident enough that the level is actually going to hold. Hopefully right now, when I show you the objective data on the RSI, 3-day time frame, daily, weekly time frame, you might get some more confidence that the bottom of Bitcoin might be in or actually very, very close. Again, later, we need to talk about a bullish sign that I'm right now still paying attention to that might form on the 15-minute or the 5-minute time frame. Then, of course, if we get it, definitely a beautiful bullish indication. We could be looking for another quite a nice long entry right here. Additionally, let's go right now with the Ehler stochastic CG oscillator on the daily time frame. we are being in the oversold area. Again, usually once we are in the oversold, we might be expecting some kind of a bounce, but we are not in the oversold on the daily only. We go on our monthly time frame. And this right here, also historically speaking, a beautiful bullish indication. Oversold right now, we might be looking for a bottom potentially. Also right here, oversold right here. We got a beautiful rotation back up. Oversold right here. You bought almost the exact bottom. Bitcoin then started moving literally straight towards the upside. So looking again at the data as objectively as possible, Ehler stochastic CG oscillator, RSI indicator, knowing where Bitcoin is trading right now at a beautiful area of support, a lot of people getting literally completely destroyed right now, and not only destroyed. Looking right now at the crypto fear and greed index, this indicator tomorrow probably it is going to drop much lower. Now you can see that only a few months ago in November 2025. This indicator dropped also towards the 10 level. I do think that tomorrow this indicator might even go lower than 10. So I'm guessing approximately 9, maybe even 8 level is going to be reached on this specific indicator. You can actually see every single time we reach the extreme fear area on the crypto fear and greed index, it is a beautiful buying opportunity. Not making things up, looking at the data objectively as possible. And it really looks like right now we are already being in the extreme fear. And also probably you remember the dump we got from, let me go back on the daily here. The dump we got from, let's just say here, back towards here. A lot of people were definitely scared right here. Personally, I was looking to fire a brand new long trade at this area. We got a beautiful rotation back towards the upside. Right now, the exact same story. People are scared. People are already wrecked. But of course, again, we know beautiful levels has been hit on Bitcoin. And also, a lot of different indicators are right now saying to us the bottom might be very, very close. But of course, because we usually want to have a bullish and also a bearish scenario, right now, I also want to share with you what if Bitcoin does not get a push up? What if we continue lower? What if our short trades are going to be printing even more profit? So in this scenario, it's of course going to mean Bitcoin is going to break our major golden Fibonacci ratio from the area where we are as right now. This, of course, is going to be, in my opinion, quite a significant red flag. And in this scenario, we are going to look for much lower price targets. Probably, if we do get right here a push down below our golden Fibonacci ratio, I mean, I'm saying we break the golden pocket right here, we go much lower. I'm probably not going to try and long at the area of support. I am going to be potentially interested in a long trade only if we are going to be getting a bullish divergence on the RSI indicator, something we are not getting right now. But let me now show you two very important price targets if Bitcoin right now is going to continue dropping much lower towards downside. The first target is going to be the weekly high-term time frame area of support. So this specific level is going to come in, of course, much lower at approximately 55,000 US dollars. Why is this specific level such an important one? Simply because you're going to see previous lows were formed exactly at this specific area. So previously, Bitcoin has gotten a bounce exactly right here. This is right now why this level, if right now Bitcoin does go lower, is going to be my next major support level. Yes, if you are in my free VIP Discord server, some people were asking me what is going to be my next price target, and I think I said right here, let's see, I think I mentioned yeah, the next level is going to be a 60,000 US dollar area. Personally, I actually wouldn't fire a brand new long trade at 60k. It is some kind of a support level, but to be honest, I personally am not going to be that interested going with a long trade at 60,000, but only if we are going to be getting a bullish divergence on the RSI indicator and then some kind of a liquidity grab. Sure, I would consider firing a brand new long trade, maybe also of course at 60,000, but in my opinion, the next best support level for us to be paying attention to right here, if we are going to continue collapsing 55,000 right here, the weekly level is really going to be the next major structural area of support, where we do have our weekly and of course also our previous lows were formed exactly at this specific level. Now, I want to right now talk about the bullish scenario in a case we do get a bounce from the area where we are. In a case we do get a bullish sign of strength from the area where Bitcoin is trading at the moment. So let me right now show you exactly what you can be paying attention to, when you can then also decide for yourself if you want to fire a brand new long trade. One thing you can always be paying attention to is, of course, market structure on a lower term time frame. This is very, very basic. However, I do think a lot of people are not really paying attention to this. So what do I have in mind? We go right now with our path tool, where we can now say we're going to push down, which was the low. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So what we can right now say, if Bitcoin is going to get a push toward the upside, taking the previous high right here, it is going to mean we broke our bearish market structure, and right now we do have bullish market structure. That being said, we need to get a push toward the upside to approximately 68.5 thousand US dollars. We get a push toward the upside. You can already maybe see where I'm going with this. In terms of the patterns, it could be simply left shoulder, head right here, right shoulder, inverse head and shoulders pattern. You're longing on some kind of a higher low. You know exactly where you're setting your stop loss below the recent low, and then of course also targeting much higher price targets. What I'm going to show you right now is really something that not a lot of people on YouTube or Twitter are sharing with you. And I'm going to show you right now the exact price target, the exact trading setup that you could potentially implement. I'm not saying it is going to play out, but that is just something that I am right now literally personally also paying attention to. Let's say Bitcoin right now bottoms out where we are. Let's say we get a push towards the upside. Then also let's say, because of the bullish market structure, we form a brand new higher low. So let's say, because of course we have now bullish market structure, it is a bullish indication of Bitcoin, sign of strength. We could be looking for another long or a buy trade. Stop loss goes below our recent low right here, targeting a major price target, which is of course also very, very high. What exactly do I have in mind right here? We could be targeting, if Bitcoin does get a bounce from the area right here, literally targets above 100,000 US dollars. Why, you might be asking? If you maybe paid attention to the live stream I made on Sunday, you know that we were saying that this 5-wave price structure is probably only the part of a bigger ABC correction. And this right here means, let's go back on the daily, it's going to mean Bitcoin right now, potentially of course, finishes the A Elliot Wave. We form then the bigger B Elliot Wave, and only after that we can be looking towards our bigger C Elliot Wave. The B Elliot Wave, the usual target, as you probably know, I mean, even what we are paying attention to right now is literally the major golden Fibonacci ratio, right? So definitely golden Fibonacci ratios are usually the way to go. We go again, Fibonacci retracement from the high back towards the low. Of course, if the bottom is right now going to be in approximately this area, we could be looking towards approximately 100,000. If you go without the log scale, approximately $105,000. So this right here, in my opinion, is definitely going to be a very nice target if Bitcoin is going to be able to get a bounce approximately from the area where we are as right now. Again, I'm not saying it's going to play out. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is right now going to get a massive pump. All I'm saying right now is that for us to make money in the market, we don't need to know what is the next move. The only thing we need to know is to know at what level we are looking for a buy, at what level we are looking for a sell. Where we are right now, no way I'm looking for another short trade. I'm only interested to find here another buy trade. And as I said before to you, I have already entered very, very small, but I already entered a long trade on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Solana. If we go lower, sure, I get stopped out on the long trades. However, I still do remain in some of my short trades on Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and of course also on Solana. But the thing is, where we are right now, in my opinion, the better trading setup is not going to be a short, but actually a brand new long trade. We can simply manage the risk. We also, of course, are trading right here quite a high probability setup in terms of the RSI, Achler stochastic CG oscillator, looking right now, of course, also at the crypto fear and greed index right here. All of those indicators are saying to us the bottom is close or maybe even in right now. So the only thing you can be paying attention to here on the 15 minute is going to be bullish market structure change. So again, go on the 15 minute or maybe on the 5 minute time frame. Once we do see a brand new higher high being formed, that being said, reclaiming this level, bullish indication of Bitcoin, we might be looking for another buy or a long trade after some kind of a higher low is going to be formed. If we don't get a sign of strength right here, simply look for lower. As we said before, 60,000 is then going to be some kind of a okay target. The better one, in my opinion, is then simply going to be the bigger weekly high term time frame area at approximately 56 to approximately 55,000 US dollars right here. Now, why ideally I am looking for a bigger ABC correction towards the upside? Something like this, I do think, is going to attract even more people. Where we are right now, people, of course, they are scared, they are bearish, they are wrecked, and also, they're maybe even firing brand new short trades where we are trading at the moment. And this right here could, of course, potentially fire some kind of a major short squeeze. Also remember, when we go with the Bitcoin CME future chart, still right now, the CME gap at approximately 81,000 US dollars is right now open. So that is why this right here is going to be some kind of another reason why ideally we are looking for a bounce towards the upside. Again, we can be looking for a big bounce, of course, for some kind of a BLE wave right here, but also you manage your risk, right? So if we are looking for a long trade here, we get the initial push toward the upside, we potentially fill the semi gap, stop loss to break even, no more risk on the table, you're literally in a free long trade, and the higher we are going to go, the more profits we are going to make on our trade. But yeah, still right here, this ABC correction, in my opinion, does make quite a lot of sense. For us to play this, we still need to get, again, some kind of a sign of strength, which, unfortunately, right now, we are simply not getting. Bitcoin right now is slowly but surely bleeding towards the downside. So let's right now see if we are going to be able to get another higher high on the 15-minute time frame, which, in my opinion, is going to be above 68.5 thousand US dollars. If we are able to get a sign of strength, beautiful, let's look for higher. If not, we are looking right now for lower. And again, the targets are going to be approximately 60,000 as the next level, and then the next one, 55,000 US dollar area. Now also, let's go back on the monthly time from here, because what you're going to see is also something that we are simply playing the probability game, right? So if we are playing probabilities, what is the probability that Bitcoin does get a push towards the upside in the month of February? That being said, that the monthly candle closes green. Let's look right now at the Bitcoin monthly returns for the month of February. Usually, the month of February is a green month, and also we have not gotten even once in the past that the month of February closed red 2 times in a row. Right now, we are getting exactly this. So the likelihood of this happening is not very high. Again, it's all probabilities, right? We could definitely close the month of February back in red, but the reality is, usually when we get a red year and the red month of February, then of course, usually it is followed by a green month of February. So if you look like that, we right now mark out also the open of the monthly candle, which was at 78.6 thousand US dollars. If you look like that, we do have quite a high probability for Bitcoin to then also get a push toward the upside towards the monthly candle open. Then, of course, in this scenario, we are ideally looking for the semi gap to also be closed right here. But of course, also, as we said before, maybe even for our bigger ABC correction to then finally play out. So for us to do that, again, wait for a sign of strength. In my opinion, beautiful sign of strength would be start forming another higher high sooner rather than later. Deviations are something, in my opinion, completely normal, especially when we are getting them on such a high term time frame. Because also, again, back in 2021, we got a deviation from our golden Fibonacci ratio. When we right now zoom into this specific price action, let me go actually on the daily right here. We got a deviation from our golden pocket, from the high back towards the low, deviation from the golden pocket, then we got a major push down. But again, also right here where we are, in my opinion, the same thing could potentially happen. But again, we need to start reclaiming the levels as soon as possible, start forming bullish market structure, start forming and reclaiming all of our recent highs right here. And also then, ideally, some volume is going to kick in once we start moving towards the upside. If there is no volume, no push towards the upside, again, we are looking for lower, and yeah, unfortunately then, no brand new long trade is going to be offered to us. However, for me, I do remain right now in my long trades on literally, or pretty much, not long trades, short trades, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and also Solana. Now, because of that, if you're right now looking for another trade, I would suggest you for you to go and claim the bonuses on Bybit right here. In my opinion, Bybit is also still one of the best exchanges you can right now use. You register, you get 20 USDT, you deposit $100, you're going to get another 20 USDT, and also when you're going to open up your first trade, you're going to get even bigger bonuses. I still want to talk about my trading bots right here on Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and also on Ethereum. But before we do that, I also want to look at the chat a little bit to see what you actually think about right now the current market conditions. Optimism leads to hope, and hope leads to demolition. Interesting. But I think, I mean, in terms of my optimism that I have right here, is that I am still having and following a plan, right? I'm not randomly saying to you, we might be expecting a bounce here. I am still looking at the data objectively, the RSI indicator, the levels, of course, but of course also it is up to you right now for you to wait, for you to be slightly more patient, for us to finally then get some kind of a bullish reaction. If we are able to do that, beautiful. Let's look for another trade. No need to right now, like FOMO into a long trade immediately. Let's wait. Let's approach the chart calmly, let's just say. Don't be scared where we are right now. And yeah, let's see, of course, what is going to happen in the upcoming days right here. I like your analysis a lot. I watch you every day. I mean, thank you very much. Very happy with this correction. I lost my mortgage on the bots. We are going to talk about the bots in a moment. Right now, of course, yes, also my bots right here are being in a loss. The reality is all of those bots right here are set up so they are actually buying the dip. If we are going to be getting a bounce, which ideally, of course, we are in the upcoming days, those bots, of course, are going to turn around. Now, one thing with the bots right here is that you treat them pretty much very, very similarly to spot buying, but it's also, it's not exactly a spot buying because they are taking the profits for you. So what you're right now going to see with my Bitcoin trading bot right here, it is set up very, very strategically. I did not place those numbers randomly. The bot is buying all the way down towards 65,000. Even if you would be buying Bitcoin spot, for example, if you would buy, I don't know, right here at 75,000, you right now would be in a loss, right? Those bots right here are dollar cost averaging into your positions. That is why, in my opinion, it is quite smart to use them because they are dollar cost averaging once we are pushing lower all the way down towards 65k, and when we get a bounce, they are simply buying they are simply selling on the bounce towards the upside. Something that again a lot of people do not really do. I do use them slightly more as a passive income. I don't I mean, those bots right here, they were in a profit. I could potentially close them, but I didn't really want to close them because I was already in a short trades on my manual trades, right? So that is why I'm using those bots more as a passive investment. Lower we go, we are buying the dip. If we are going to get a bounce, they are going to be selling for us. The Solana bot right here that I deployed today, yeah, right now again, it is in a loss because of course we are dumping. But again, the range is also set right here. All the way down towards $80 US, the bot is going to be buying the dip. So right now we are pushing lower. We also hit one of our beautiful price targets I shared with you in my free VIP Discord server in the Altcoin chat right here. I shared a beautiful level, and the level right here, 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, was just hit. That is also one of the reasons why my trading bot right here is going to be buying all the way down towards $80 if, for example, right now we are going to go just slightly lower. The XRP bot is right now out of the range, so it actually stopped buying. It was buying all the way down towards $1.28. If we do experience a bounce, it is going to be taking the profits for us. So with all of those bots, I am using them as more of a passive investment. It's dollar cost averaging into different positions, into different altcoins, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and also Bitcoin. But again, those bots are made very, very strategically. They are buying at some very important and key levels. Bitcoin bot, for example, all the way down towards 65k. So yeah, right now it is probably going to stop buying very, very soon if we are going to continue dropping lower. So If, for example, we are going to continue lower, I am definitely going to look and stop those bots out because I don't want to go in an even bigger loss right here with the bots. Of course, we can still stop them in a case we go lower. So proper risk management using the bots is also something very, very important. But the reality is, they are, all of those levels right here are very, very strategic, and I did not really randomly have those levels set, right? So if we do experience a bounce, those bots right now bought the dip, and on a bounce towards the upside, they are going to be taking the profits for us. So let's see what happens. And those bots right here, at least once again, in my opinion, they are quite good for people that get scared on the way down. Because once you are in the bot, you're literally just, the bot is doing all the things for you, buying the dip for you and selling on the way towards the upside, taking the profit for you. So definitely let's right now see what is going to happen at this specific area right now. First of all, on Bitcoin, if Bitcoin does get a bounce towards the upside, I am almost 100% sure all of those bots are going to go back in the profit. And of course, also because right now they bought pretty much the entire dip on Ethereum and also on XRP, because of course they are out of the range. They are going to be taking the profits immediately when we start going back in the range. So in my opinion, that is pretty much quite a good thing with those bots right here. I increased the position sizes. So I had 15k in this one. Now it's 25k invested, also with extra margin of 10,000 using 3x leverage right here. Also on Ethereum, on Solana, 30k, 20k right here, and also 25k in the Ethereum bot. So definitely, if we do get a bounce right here, we are going to be securing the profits on literally all of the bots right here. So the best times usually to deploy the bots is, of course, once we are getting a push towards downside, something we are getting right here. So, of course, if you want to be using the bots, you can definitely sign up on Pionex. You literally register, you get 50 USDT completely for free, you deposit, you're going to get even bigger bonuses, and then simply click this specific link where you're then going to be able to copy my Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and also Solana bot. Again, they are being in a negative right now, but if we do get a bounce, they are going to be taking the profits for us because right now they have actually been buying the dip. Now also, let's go through Ethereum because Ethereum right now is also clearly dropping towards downside, similarly as Bitcoin. And also for XRP, if you're going to go in my altcoins channel, I shared with you a very important level for Ethereum. We talked about the golden Fibonacci ratio without the log scale, the golden pocket, the big point of control right here. And it does look like definitely the levels are getting a break towards downside. So unfortunately, the support level on Ethereum is right now broken. And with Ethereum, my strategy is literally exactly the same as on Bitcoin. I'm right now paying attention to the RSI indicator, which you're going to notice that on the weekly, we are not oversold yet. However, on the daily, we are clearly going in the oversold area. Last time we were oversold, you literally bought the exact bottom right here. So this, in my opinion, is simply quite a good level for us to be looking for brand new buying positions. But again, remember, ideally, you still wait for some kind of a sign of strength. Ethereum does have the first area of resistance right here. Those previous lows right here are the first area of resistance. However, you can notice right here, the previous high was formed here. So if we do get some kind of a higher high, in my opinion, the first bullish indication for Ethereum is going to be formed at approximately 2,000 US dollars. If we go back into 2,000 US dollars, of course, my trading bot right here is going to be once again back in the range. So if we are going to be able to do that, definitely a beautiful sign of strength. Of course, first of all, I would be paying attention to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is able to get a sign of strength, go above our recent high right here. If so, again, higher high is going to be formed. Bullish market structure. We know our stop loss placement. We know exactly our risk. And then it's pretty much up to market to decide if we are going to be able to get a bigger bounce towards the upside. For Ethereum right here, I just want to say that ideally we do reclaim our previous lows as well, because those lows right here, historically, they have been, I mean, this level right here has been quite an important one. So if reclaimed towards the upside, it is definitely a sign of strength. So if we are able to do so, that would be definitely beautiful. But yeah, for now, we are definitely trading also below this area, having slightly more bearish market structure. So change the market structure, reclaim our previous lows right here, definitely would be a beautiful sign of strength. Now, also XRP here, I did share with you this specific level for XRP, the golden Fibonacci ratio, and also the bottom of the range. Right now, we are below the bottom of the range, also, of course, below our golden Fibonacci ratio. So it does look like that yeah, our support here, unfortunately, was broken back down. So again, what you can be paying attention to is going to be changing the market structure to bullish market structure. For this one, I would be probably looking towards this specific high. If we are able to actually start taking out this high, go above approximately $1.38, it is going to be a bullish indication. But the thing is, in my opinion, the easiest trade right now I'm paying attention to is simply Bitcoin. If Bitcoin is able to get a sign of strength, go above $68,500, that of course would be beautiful. And in this scenario, I'm looking for a bigger long trade right here on Bitcoin and of course also on Ethereum, potentially scaling in also on XRP and also on Solana long trades. In terms of Solana, this one, bro, this one in my opinion is also looking quite good because I was paying attention to some kind of an ABC correction here on Solana. I am using the log scale. If you go without the log scale, of course, the 1-to-1 Fibonacci level is going to be much lower at approximately $54. But the thing is, I am using right here the log scale simply because we are right here on the weekly time frame, and usually on a higher term time frame, you want to be using the log scale. So right now, actually, I do remember someone in Discord right here said to me, bro, I don't believe that we are going to go that low on Solana. Right now, the level is actually getting hit, and that is something that, of course, we were prepared for, we were waiting for. And yeah, right now, the level was hit literally to the exact dollar accuracy, the 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension level right here. Ideally, on Solana, we do reclaim the previous low right here at approximately $95. However, you can still be paying attention also to the bullish market structure change on a lower term time frame. But yeah, with all of those altcoins, Bitcoin, for example, also, in my opinion, all of them are trading at such nice levels. Also, for example, RSI on the daily being definitely in the oversold area. Usually, if you buy RSI in the oversold, you are buying at a quite good price. Weekly going in the oversold as well right here. We were oversold back in 2022. You literally bought the exact bottom here. We got a rotation back up. So I am not saying the bottom must be in. I'm not saying we are expecting right now a major pump. All I'm saying is that in my opinion, there is a higher probability that Bitcoin does get at least some kind of a bigger bounce from the area where we are. Again, let's wait for a sign of strength right here. Let's wait for some kind of a bullish market structure change here on a lower term time frame. If we are able to do so, we know literally our entry, because of course we are probably then going to get some kind of a higher low here. We know our stop loss placement. We also know that we might be looking for a bigger bounce back towards the upside. And a lot of people, once again, are not looking to buy the dip right here. A lot of people are right now racked. A lot of people right here are right now scared. That is why, of course, using the bots right here, in my opinion, it's quite smart if you are not able to control your emotions. But the thing is, yeah, if we are going to go lower, again, I am going to stop those bots. But yeah, personally, I added even more capital to all of them. I increased the. I also entered brand new bots on Solana and also on XRP right here. So let's see right now how they are going to perform if we do get a bounce. If we do get a bounce, again, they have been buying the dip for me. So yeah, we are going to then be in a beautiful profit. Let me right now also check the chat again to see. Let's see. Bro, please stop spamming. Using bot is not even smart idea. I don't think so, to be honest. I'm using the bots, and also I am trading myself. So I do think a combination of both of them is actually a good thing to do, because in this scenario, you're literally having some kind of a passive income, constantly buying and selling for you, and then also manual trading. That is again why I did not fully close my bots out when they were in profit. I wanted Bitcoin to drop for the bots to actually be buying the dip, and that is exactly what is happening right now. So far, I would say so good. Let's see. Billionaires rugging millionaires. Lol. Get out of Bitcoin before they take it all. I mean, if you're selling right now, you're buying. You're selling after a major push down, which, in my opinion, it's not really a good thing. Okay, nice. It does look like your bots right here are buying very, very nicely. Whatever. Okay, interesting. So you are looking that you are actually you're saying here it is in Slovenian language, but yeah, it does look like you are also buying the dip here with the bots, which is beautiful. Yo, dude, thanks for your work. You are welcome. Let's see. Why don't they ever liquidate shorts? shorts are going to get liquidated if we do get a pump, right? And I do think a lot of people, once we were pumping towards a new all-time high, they of course were liquidated. So yeah, of course, shorts also get liquidated, but of course on a push up. Right now, ideally, we do get a major short squeeze. So let's see what's going to happen here in the upcoming minutes. But again, ideally, we start getting some bullish market structure very, very soon. It looks like from the top there is a gigantic head and shoulders. The projection of its head from the neckline suggests a target of around 40,000. I do know what you mean. You probably mean about this one, right? You have right here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, breaking the neckline. Like, sure, it could mean that we go towards 40,000, but personally, I'm not trading this. I mean, I am in a short, so technically I am trading this, but I wouldn't go with a new short trade, even though right now, technically, we are breaking the neckline of the head and shoulder. So, I mean, yeah, it could be some kind of a head and shoulders, but better thing would be, look at this right now. We get this ABC correction, right? We get also left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We get a push down. We break the neckline once again. Of course, this in this scenario is then going to be a deviation. And then, of course, people are going to be getting bearish exactly at the neckline break. If this is going to then happen, people get bearish here. We are going to be buying at the support level, and then we pump it towards the upside. So this, of course, would be very, very nice. This right here, at least right now, is still my main scenario. I am going to adjust it if Bitcoin continues lower. But yeah, so far, yeah, we are not getting a sign of strength just yet. Let's see if we are able to form this bullish market structure on the 5-minute. Let me also see the order flow right now. How is this one looking like? Let's go on the 5-minute, for example. So it does look like, okay, so we are seeing, you can see right here, open interest increasing, right? It means brand new money coming in the market. The entire time open interest is increasing, the CVD is going lower, right? So it means people are shorting where we are right now. This area, people were shorting. So like going with a short here, sure, I'm not saying we cannot dump. Sure, we can go lower, but I personally would not be looking for a new short here. So looking right now, this one, people are definitely shorting. Ideally, we get a bullish divergence here. Bullish absorption, bullish divergence, bullish indication. Then, of course, we are looking for a bounce. But right now, we are not getting bullish absorption. So just be still slightly more careful until we do get some kind of a sign of strength here. Okay, let's see. What's your analysis on the long-term time frame after this bear market? I am ideally looking for, of course, after the ABC correction. So again, after we get... not this one. After we get the ABC finished, potentially, of course, if right now we do get a bounce, this is right here an A wave, B wave, C wave. After the ABC correction, ideally we are looking for, of course, for higher targets. If this doesn't play out, we continue right now lower. We could adjust our Elliot Wave count, but for now, this right here does remain my main Elliot Wave count for BTC. So yeah. Again, the only thing I would be right now paying attention to here is changing the market structure to bullish market structure. If we are able to do that, beautiful, let's look for higher. If not, let's look for lower. I do remain in my short trades. Then also I am going to consider and close some of my trading bots right here. But for now, yeah, for now, I do remain in them. And let's see if Bitcoin is going to be able to get some kind of a sign of strength approximately from the area where we are trading as right now. If you enjoyed today's live stream, I would really appreciate if you smash up the like button right here. Of course, also, you can subscribe to the channel. You can claim the free bonuses. Then, of course, also you can open potentially a brand new long trade if you want here. I definitely wouldn't be looking for a new short, but yeah, new long trade potentially might be offered to us in the upcoming hours. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. See you tomorrow. And of course, peace out.
Vitalik, clapping, Vitalik, impressed, happy and clapping, Vitalik is impressed, Vitalik clapping, 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 clapping.